Is de-dollarization truly necessary? Despite the extensive efforts of BRICS, the recent collaboration between India and Nigeria to abandon the US dollar begs the question: why are African nations becoming increasingly proactive in this plan? It appears that Africa, often seen as the primary target of US exploitation, has come to recognize the critical importance of reducing dependence on the US dollar, particularly in the economic world. With this shift in mindset, one might wonder, how near is the dollar's collapse now? Let's find out. In reshaping the landscape of global finance and geopolitics, BRICS member nations India and Nigeria have finalized a groundbreaking trade partnership, signaling a decisive shift away from reliance on the US dollar. This agreement, which prioritizes the use of local currencies in bilateral trade, highlights the growing momentum within the BRICS alliance to challenge the dominance of traditional Western financial systems. With a focus on key sectors such as energy, pharmaceuticals, and transport, India and Nigeria spearhead efforts to diversify their currency reserves and assert greater autonomy in economic decision-making. As two major emerging economies with substantial influence regionally and globally, their collaboration holds significant implications for the broader geopolitical order. In today's video, we delve into the motivations behind this partnership, its potential impact on global finance and trade, and the broader geopolitical ramifications within the BRICS framework. The aim is to show you multipolarity in the 21st century. Over the years, BRICS has demonstrated its resilience and relevance in evolving geopolitical dynamics and global economic uncertainties. Despite differences in political systems, ideologies, and geopolitical interests, BRICS members have consistently reaffirmed their commitment to multilateralism, cooperation, and mutual respect. Through dialogue, consultation, and consensus building, BRICS has emerged as a potent force for advancing the collective interests of emerging economies on the world stage. But what's new? The India and Nigeria partnership. The recent announcement of a major trade partnership between India and Nigeria represents a significant milestone in the evolution of bilateral relations between two of the world's largest emerging economies. At its core, this partnership reflects a convergence of economic interests and strategic imperatives to bolster cooperation and reduce dependency on the US dollar. India and Nigeria, both grappling with the challenges of navigating a rapidly evolving global economic landscape, have identified common ground in their quest to diversify their currency reserves and enhance financial sovereignty. The decision to trade in local currencies rather than the US dollar underscores a shared commitment to fostering greater economic self-reliance and resilience in the face of external shocks and fluctuations in global financial markets. Beyond the economic dimension, the India-Nigeria partnership holds strategic significance for both nations. For India, Africa represents a crucial frontier for expanding its economic footprint and diversifying its trade portfolio. By deepening its engagement with Nigeria, India aims to tap into the vast potential of the African market and strengthen its position as a key player in the region. Similarly, Nigeria views India as a strategic partner capable of providing much-needed expertise, investment, and technological know-how to drive its economic development agenda forward. The partnership between India and Nigeria extends across multiple sectors, particularly emphasizing energy, pharmaceuticals, and transport. These sectors hold immense potential for collaboration and mutual benefit, given India's expertise in pharmaceutical manufacturing, Nigeria's rich energy resources, and the need for robust transport infrastructure to facilitate trade and investment between the two nations. By prioritizing these key sectors, India and Nigeria aim to leverage their respective strengths and address common challenges mutually beneficial. The two nations have a long history of economic cooperation, with bilateral trade steadily increasing in recent years. Nigeria is India's second-largest trading partner in Africa, and both nations have expressed a keen interest in further deepening their economic ties. The recent trade agreement is expected to significantly boost bilateral trade and investment flows, enhancing economic prosperity and creating new opportunities for collaboration in diverse sectors. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. The decision by India and Nigeria to trade in local currencies aligns with the broader objectives of the BRICS alliance to challenge the dominance of the US dollar in global trade and finance. As active members of BRICS, both nations are committed to advancing the agenda of multipolarity and promoting greater autonomy for emerging economies in international affairs. By forging closer economic ties within the BRICS framework, India and Nigeria seek to contribute to the collective efforts of the alliance to reshape the global economic order more equitably and inclusively. What implications will this partnership have globally? The decision by India and Nigeria to finalize a major trade partnership with a focus on trading in local currencies rather than the US dollar carries significant implications for the global financial landscape and international trade dynamics. The agreement between India and Nigeria to conduct bilateral trade in local currencies represents a direct challenge to the long-standing dominance of the US dollar in global transactions. Both nations aim to reduce their exposure to currency fluctuations and mitigate the risks associated with reliance on a single reserve currency by bypassing the US dollar as the intermediary currency. This move aligns with broader efforts within the BRICS alliance to promote currency diversification and enhance the role of emerging market currencies in global finance. The shift towards trading in local currencies could have far-reaching implications for global financial markets, particularly regarding exchange rate dynamics and capital flows. As more countries opt to conduct bilateral trade in their respective currencies, the demand for the US dollar may diminish, leading to potential volatility in currency markets. This could also influence the pricing of commodities and impact the profitability of multinational corporations operating in diverse markets. Moreover, the diversification of currency reserves away from the US dollar could alter the balance of power among central banks and reshape the dynamics of international capital flows. India and Nigeria's decision to prioritize local currencies over the US dollar may provoke reactions from Western financial institutions and policymakers. Traditional financial hubs, such as the United States and Europe, view this development as a threat to their economic interests and attempt to counteract it through various means, including regulatory measures and diplomatic pressure. However, such responses could further exacerbate tensions and fuel geopolitical rivalries in a volatile global environment. The India-Nigeria partnership has implications beyond finance and extends to the broader framework of international trade. Both nations seek to create a more conducive environment for bilateral trade and investment by establishing alternative payment mechanisms and reducing dependency on the US dollar. This could pave the way for greater trade integration within the BRICS bloc and foster deeper economic cooperation among emerging market economies. The decision also reflects a broader trend towards multipolarity in the global financial system. As emerging economies assert their influence and seek greater autonomy in financial matters, the traditional dominance of Western financial institutions and currencies may come under scrutiny. This trend could accelerate the transition towards a more multipolar financial system characterized by a greater diversity of currencies and a more equitable distribution of economic power. The impact of this decision on the West is depressing, but how will it impact Nigeria, India, or the BRICS as a whole? The decision by India and Nigeria underscores the growing significance of South-South cooperation in shaping global affairs. Two major emerging economies from different regions, India and Nigeria, represent the diversity and dynamism of the global South. By aligning their interests and challenging the dominance of Western financial systems, both nations contribute to revitalizing South-South cooperation and promoting a more equitable and inclusive international order. The India-Nigeria partnership will likely elicit varying responses from other BRICS member nations, each with unique geopolitical and economic considerations. Countries like China and Russia, which have been vocal proponents of de-dollarization and multipolarity, will favorably view this development and seek to leverage it to advance their strategic objectives. Brazil and South Africa, meanwhile, will adopt a more cautious approach, weighing the potential benefits of currency diversification against the risks of disrupting existing trade and financial relationships. In the long term, the India-Nigeria partnership represents a significant step towards reshaping the global economic order and redefining the balance of power in international relations. As emerging economies assert their influence and seek greater autonomy in financial matters, the traditional dominance of Western powers will face increasing challenges. This trend towards multipolarity and decentralization of economic power will likely shape the geopolitical landscape in the coming years, with far-reaching implications for global stability and cooperation. The India-Nigeria partnership adds a new dimension to the BRICS alliance, strengthening South-South cooperation and amplifying the collective voice of emerging economies on the world stage. As BRICS members continue to deepen their economic ties and challenge the dominance of Western powers, the alliance is poised to play a more influential role in shaping global governance structures and promoting multipolarity in international relations. However, the success of the India-Nigeria partnership and the broader BRICS agenda will hinge on the ability of member nations to overcome challenges, forge consensus, and prioritize inclusive and sustainable development. Do you think this new partnership will strengthen the dollar's hegemony? Why is BRICS so excited to end the dollar's dominance? Let us know in the comments section if you think dollar's dominance is necessary, considering BRICS efforts. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.